Hi guys, I hope you are doing well. Welcome to my channel. In this clip I want to introduce a method for being able to save the 3D object as an array of bytes into the PlayerPrefs. After that we can load that 3D model within that PlayerPrefs and having in our scene. Okay, now I want to show you here. It is my page, Abulfaz Tanha. I will share the link of this method into the description of this video. You just need to come over here and download the zip of this code, save load mesh. But remember, before that you should have JSON into your Unity and also JSON utility. I will share the link of those packages into the description of this video. They are free, but you can find it anywhere, but I will attach the description of this video for sure. After you import this script into your project, you can use this package, this code into your scene. Let me start my test scene. Okay, as you can see, I've added several objects. For example, this low poly object, which contains two other objects. I just added as a child of this object in Unity. It is not, they are not attached to the object of this, to the 3D model of this object. Or this windmill, it has animator component. Or this guy, as you can see, it contains a lot of objects and also high quality meshes. But I've added two simple buttons: save object, load object. In the canvas, I've added save load mesh. Remember, before you want to save and load that 3D model, you need to make sure that 3D model, for example, windmill, this guy, click on that FBX and check the read write button on and click on apply. After that, you should go to the textures, click on select all of them and check read and write and also compression to none. After that, click on apply. Then you will be able to save textures, material, object, everything as an array of bytes. And make sure the shader of that material has to be standard in this version, but we can save colors, metallic smoothness, rendering mode. We can support all of this, but shader has to be standard. Okay, now I've attached save and load mesh, and I called save object button here, and I called save load mesh dot save full object. And here I attached this windmill 3D object. Even in this windmill, I said, okay, this object has to be deactivated. Okay, and now I play the scene, and here I click on save. Object hierarchy saved. Okay, and now I click on load. That's it. This is that object I already loaded at runtime. It has animation, all the textures, they are the same. Look at this. everything is the same. Or even right now at runtime, I wanna add this island and click on save. Excellent. After that, click on load. Bravo. It is exactly the same. Look at this. There is no difference. Excellent. Now I stop the scene and now I click the play again. Okay, and directly click on load object. Bingo! We have the loaded object here. It is really good. All right. Let's review the code very quickly together. As you can see here, we can save the final wrapper of the animations and mesh data such as normals, UV, triangles, vertex, or material. These are the parameters we can save in the material, random mode, texture base 64, smoothed metallic, color, shader name, material name, and here is the keyframe of the animations. These are the parameters that are related to the keyframe. And here, for example, serializable curve for those animations, they have rotation, scale, or transform. And here for clip data, it is for those animations you already made the animation out of Unity, and you can save here. For example, this windmill, I downloaded it from Sketchfab and it already had that animation, and here we can save the animation clip. It is the same for animation clip as well, and it is this it is for saving transform information such as name is active, local position, rotation, scale is for it can be used for children as well. Mesh data, list of materials, list of children, and animation. Imagine we can have an object which contains two materials or more than two materials. We can save all the materials, and here we can save the list of children of one parent object. Here, this is the code of the extract clip data. It is for related to the animation itself, and this part of the code will be usable whenever you are in the editor. It doesn't work when you are out of editor because it's not important. You don't want to do it in runtime. Loading the object, yeah, it can be in a mobile, in a PC, in anywhere, but saving it has to be done by editor itself. And here extract hierarchy, we saved all the information related to transform. We are getting mesh filtered by mesh data. It is really important to mention that this script gonna be useful for mesh renderer. It doesn't work for a skinned mesh renderer. So you cannot use this technique for avatars or humans or objects who already have blend shape or using skinned mesh. And here we are saving the information related to material itself, material name, shader name, color, metallic, smoothness, everything. And here we can save the information of animator itself. And important point was here. We used two methods of compressing data, especially when we are dealing with large 3D models, maybe JSON and those array files, array data will be so big and it takes time to compress it. So we are using uh, newtonsoft.json for compressing animations, but for the meshes, materials, and everything, we are using the simple Unity JSON, which contains it's inside the engine. And here, let me explain something else may be helpful for you for better using that is this guy. Whenever you want to save, here you can set the name of that object you already saved. For example, I called it full object. Maybe you can call it different name. Maybe with this method you can save several objects at the same time by calling this function and renaming them dynamically. Here, public game object rebuild hierarchy is the place for loading and generating that 3D object. Here we called load full object. When you press on load object, you call this function load full object, and here try to read a full object in a PlayerPrefs. After that, you will call that deserialized object and try to call this guy rebuild hierarchy. Eventually, with this function, you will read and generate that new object based on those informations you already saved. It is really good, and you do not need to have any package or plugin to loading an object from the device. You can save it as a player prefs inside the memory of that device without considering a lot of complicated process. Just drag and drop, as you saw here. Okay, I hope this video will be helpful for you. Don't hesitate to ask any question related to Unity, AR, VR, and XR. Subscribe to my channel and like this video if you like it. Have a great time. Bye bye.